Hi everyone, my name is Jackie. I'm a yoga instructor and I'm a PhD candidate in the clinical psychology program at the University of Iowa. So I have my master's in psychology. I've recently passed my dissertation defense, and my next steps are that I'll be going on my psychology residency or internship starting this summer at the Jesse Brown VA in Chicago. So today I want to talk to you a bit about my main passion, which is integrating yoga, mind-body practices, and psychology or clinical science practices. So I've put together a few tips to help you lighten up, tips that you can use any time of the day, focused from the practices of yoga, yogic philosophy, and tying in some things from psychology as well. I hope you enjoy them. Today I'm going to share with you my top 3 tips to lighten up when you're feeling weighed down by your worries. I want you to imagine your backpack for a moment. If you don't clean it out before school starts, you're stockpiling books and homework on top of an already cluttered backpack. If you don't clear away space over time, there's no room to add anything. Not to mention your bag is going to weigh you down to the ground. You can think of your worries, stress, and challenges in the same way. If we don't clear out space, we don't have room to let anything else back in. So we need to clean out and clear some junk in order to let positivity back into our bodies, back into our minds, and back into our lives. Feeling down, worried, and anxious can start to weigh us down. So it's important to take a few minutes each day to lighten up. So let's get into these few tools that you can use at any time of the day. We'll start with tip number 1, lion's breath. To prepare us, let's just pay attention to the breath. I want you to take a big inhale through the nose, open your mouth, exhale. Go ahead and close the eyes or take a soft gaze to the floor. Take another breath in through the nose and open your mouth, exhale. Now I want you to take your hand in front of your face. I want you to imagine that your hand is a mirror in your bathroom, and your goal here is to try to fog up the mirror as much as you can. Inhale through the nose, open your mouth, exhale, fog up the mirror. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, fog up the mirror on the exhale. 1 more time, inhale. Believe it or not, you're already practicing an advanced breath in yoga that's called Ujjayi breath. From here, we're going to take it into lion's breath. One of my favorite ways to calm the mind and body is to use my breath while moving. So go ahead and come to hands and knees somewhere on the floor, and we're going to move, and I'll teach you lion's breath. Once you're on hands and knees, I want you to find yourself with your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your wrists, and your fingers spread wide on the mat. We're going to start by moving into cat-cow pose. So we drop the belly, extend the heart and chest, and your gaze lifts. And then you curl everything in, arch your spine like a cat. 1 more time. Inhale, extend. And then exhale to curl everything in, arch your spine. Now I'm going to teach you lion's breath. So you're going to do the same movement here where you inhale, extend your heart and chest forward, your gaze lifts, and now I want you to stick out your tongue as you move into that cat pose, arching your spine. 3 more times. Inhale, extend, finding cow pose. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Let's do it 1 more time. Inhale, extend, stick out your tongue. Let's go ahead and sit back on your knees and look up here for a little bit more guidance on lion's breath. Lion's breath is an inhale through the nose, and you stick out the tongue as wide as you can, as far as you can. You can even let your eyes roll up to the back of your head, gaze lifts, and make a roaring sound or a big exhale. And every time you take that exhale, I want you to imagine dumping out all of your worries on the ground beneath you. So let's go ahead and try it 1 more time, just in a seated position here. Inhale through your nose, stick out your tongue. It might look goofy, but this is one of the top ways to lighten up. My second tip to help you lighten up involves using a mudra. A mudra means a gesture or a position that we make with our hands that help us turn our attention to something that we need. Today I'm going to teach you turtle in a shell mudra. This mudra allows us to take a break from everything, to turn inward, and to focus on ourselves for a moment. So let's get set up. Take your fingers, spread them wide, and just wiggle them around for a moment. Get any wiggles out. Open your fingers wide like a starfish, tuck in your thumbs, and wrap the rest of your fingers over. So here you can imagine, again, fingers spread wide, turtle is the thumb, shell is the covering, the rest of the fingers wrapped around the thumb. Okay, so go ahead and get that set up. Turtle in a shell mudra. A turtle goes into its shell when it needs protection from its environment around it. Sometimes we need to take a break and protect ourselves, just like a turtle goes into its shell for protection. When you're in your shell, I want you to ask yourself, what do I need? So let's pause here in turtle in a shell mudra. Go ahead and close your eyes. You can keep your hands right here. You can let the hands rest on the thighs or somewhere on the floor. Take 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. You can exhale through the mouth and sigh it out. And just pausing. Pausing in turtle in a shell mudra with your breath. And ask yourself, what do you need? Maybe you need a break. Maybe you need to go in your shell for a few moments. Take another breath. Exhale it out. Blink the eyes open. And as you're ready, go ahead and release turtle from the shell and relax your hands. Now I'm going to teach you my 3rd tip to lighten up, Warrior 2 pose. Warrior 2 pose will help increase your sense of confidence. Anxiety and worries often make us feel shaky, out of control, disconnected from the ground beneath us. So we'll use warrior pose to feel your feet on the ground beneath you and to refocus your attention on your strength. To set up your pose, I want you to stand in the middle of the mat or on the floor and take a wide stance with your feet. Keep that left foot down, pointing ahead, and then turn the right toes to the other direction, somewhere in front of you. Extend your arms up, and then bend into that right knee. Your gaze here is going to be over the right fingertips. And here you are, Warrior 2 pose. Feel your strength, feel your confidence, feel your feet on the ground beneath you. When you're stable in the lower part of the body, when you can remember that your feet are on the ground, you're stable and you can rise up, gazing over the right fingertips. And right here, let's practice once again that breath that we started with. Before we went into lion's breath, we started with a breath to fog up a mirror called Ujjayi breath. We're going to practice that again with the mouth open, just like before. Gazing over the right fingertips. Inhale, fog up the mirror on the exhale. Take that one more time. Inhale, fog up the mirror. And gently release the side. And then we'll take the other side. So spinning your left toes and then bending into the left knee. Extend the arms out and gaze over the left fingertips. Again, we'll take a couple breaths here. And let's reconnect with that nice tension releasing breath. Ujjayi breath, your advanced yogi breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale, like you're fogging up that mirror. One more time here. Inhale. Go ahead and straighten that leg, release, shake it out. And stand back in a standing posture. Feet beneath you, crown of the head lifts. From here, let's just take a little bit more movement. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Let the crown of the head drop to the floor. And I want you to pause here after your strong, confident warriors And imagine that the crown of your head or the top of your head can open up. And as you shake the head, yes, no, you just gently dump out all of the contents of the mind. You dump out your worries, you dump out your thoughts, your challenges, just letting them fall on the floor beneath you. Take another breath. And just start to feel lighter as you empty out anything you don't need to carry with you today. Go ahead and plant your palms of your hands on your shins and gaze forward towards me. And then I want you to stick out your tongue, use that lion's breath as you fold once again. Let's do that 2 more times, just putting it all together. Inhale, extend, and then stick out your tongue. Last time, I really want you to empty out so you can leave here feeling lighter. And from that standing forward fold, just slowly rolling yourself back up. And find yourself here once again. And release. I want to leave you with one final bonus tip to lighten up. And this tip is simply to write your worries away. So what does this mean? This means create a worry box or a bag or something that is just a special place for you to drop your worries off in. Write down something you're worried about, struggling with, sad, angry, or upset about, or maybe something that you're stuck on, and drop it in your worry box. You can even draw a picture of it if you'd like. Sometimes it's nice to share a worry with a parent, a trusted friend, or somebody else in your family, but it's totally up to you. Dropping a worry in your worry box is a lot like taking a book out of your backpack. It's still there, but we feel a bit lighter. It's another way of creating some internal space. So I want to show you an example of a worry box. So I have 2 examples. These are my worry boxes. So this one is a bigger version, and I'll just put it up here so you can see it. It says warrior, not worrier. And then at the top, I created a little insert so I can drop my worries. Another option would be if you have like an old mint tin, so like an Altoid tin or something like that, or any kind of little case. You can go ahead and take that and use it. So again, I have the same saying on there, warrior, not worrier, and I decorated it on the outside and the inside. The inside I have some colored paper as well as a little pencil, and I have a saying here just to remind me, when your head starts to worry and your mind just can't rest, put your worries down on paper and let go of all the rest. So that's my final tip for you. Write your worries away, give it a try, and let me know how it goes.